All right, what's up everybody? Today we're at Chino Hills State Park. We're going to be taking the bike on several of the trails that you'll find throughout this park. We'll provide you guys with a bit of a trail guide. I've ridden a few of these trails before, but I'm also going to be exploring some new ones today. So I'm going to take you on that ride with me. As always, I'll provide some text over the video that shows what trails I'm taking, which ways I'm turning, all that good stuff, so you know how to get around this place. To start, if you're coming off of the 71 freeway heading up Sokol Canyon, you're going to turn left onto Elvanar, I believe it's called, road. You'll see I'm on it now, and if you see a bunch of cars parked up and the state park right in front of you, you'll know you're in the right place. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. We got a bit of a gravel climb until we get to the main or the first trail, so I'll start that, provide you some direction along the way, and we'll have some fun today. All right, so as we head up this road, you'll see the state park in front of us. We're gonna curve around here, make a left, and then you'll see on the right, there is the entrance to the state park. So if you're gonna pay for parking, this is the road you're gonna wanna head up. We're gonna make a right here, follow this car in, and we are on Bane Road. Try to stay to the side so cars can pass. So this is Bane Road. You got a bit of a climb, like I said, until you get to the first trail, which is going to be Bane Ridge, I believe. So you want to make that distinction between Bane Road, which is obviously the paved road, and Ridge, which is the trail that we're going to be hopping on to ride. So we're going to take this up for about a quarter mile, and don't be surprised if you run into a combination of walkers, runners, families, cars trying to get by, cars trying to come down. This road can get a little congested if you come on a weekend. Like I am today, so something to keep in mind. Now, if you've been to Chino Hills State Park before, you'll know that this is arguably one of the most scenic trails that you can ride in Southern California. There's a real sweet spot to when is the best time to ride here, and that's going to be between really February and I would say between January and March, maybe a little bit into April. That's when this place is going to be the most green. It'll have some rain from the winter that really just brightens this place up, gives it a lot of color, and really just truly makes it shine for how scenic this place actually is. But I will say, as you get closer to later in the spring, like May into summer, some of these trails can get overgrown, and it really can put a damper on your riding experience. I will also say that new as of, I think, early February of this year, 2025, Class 1 e-bikes are now permitted in Chino Hills State Park. They were banned for a few years, and so I'm personally really excited about this. This is a good trail to have an e-bike for. There's a lot of climbing throughout these trails. There's 91 miles of trails for you to explore. But if there's a lot of climbing, that also means there's a lot of downhill, a lot of single track. So it's a ton of fun, but much better experience in my opinion on an e-bike. I will say that the park rangers do keep an eye out to make sure that your bike is a Class 1 e-bike. Surons aren't going to make it very far here. You will get kicked out of the park, maybe even fined. If you have a throttle, is what I've been told. That's what they're looking out for. So if you're climbing hills without moving your legs, they're going to target you, and they're going to look to give you a citation. All right, so once you get to this point, this yellow road gate, if you will, this is going to be our first trail that we're going to take. I'm going to try to form a loop out of this. It's going to be a bunch of different trails that are connected together, but it's going to bring us back to the same place where we parked. So you're going to want to take Bane Ridge, which is on the right. We'll do that now. And then remember, Bane Road is off to the left, that paved road. So Bane Ridge, we've got a little bit of a climb up here. And this is going to be our first main trail that we take to connect to the next trail that we'll be exploring in the state park. A quick disclaimer, I've watched a lot of videos to pull these trails together and form somewhat of a loop out of them. And I've heard multiple times experienced bike riders or mountain bikers refer to this trail as a beginner trail. I would respectfully disagree. I would not bring someone on this trail that knows how to ride a bike but has never ridden a mountain bike for the first time. As you'll see throughout this trail, there's a lot of climbing, which can be difficult in itself, especially if you're on an analog bike, but there's also a lot of steep downhills. And if you do not know how to control your bike, or if you don't feel confident in controlling your bike, you can get into some trouble. So just keep that in mind. If you're wanting to give someone a true introduction to mountain biking, I would say head over to the Fullerton Loop. You could even check out my Fullerton Mini Loop Trail Guide back in my other videos. That's a lot more safe. And I would say they'd have a better first time experience there. All right, we made it to the top of Bane Ridge, sorry. At this point, you'll see this wood post right here. You can cut to the right and take Sidewinder. That's a much more technical and a little more dangerous trail. We're gonna stay on Bane Ridge right here. I'm gonna throw my bell on just to let some of these hikers and walkers know I'm coming. Like I mentioned before, we're gonna start picking up some speed on some of these downhills now that we've made it up to the top of this portion of the trail. So let's go ahead and get it. What's up? Oh, I know, this part always scares me. Take it easy, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! You're good. Thank you. You got it. Like I said, some technical parts to that trail. Even going down that little ridge, the GoPro effect doesn't do it justice. That's a pretty steep little drop. Pretty funny to have all those people cheering for me. Good stuff. All right, I need to stop real quick. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Absolutely beautiful. So much green, so many hills. Even just to see the winding single track ahead of you, just like a constant teaser of how much fun you're gonna have on this trail. So anyway, we're about to close out Bane Ridge pretty quickly. I'll pick back up once we get to the end of this trail, and then I'll show you where we're heading to connect to the next trail. All right, so as we land on this gravel road, we're gonna take it all the way to the end. We're gonna pass that little loading ramp, or whatever it is. We're gonna take this all the way down to the actual paved road. And this should be Telegraph Canyon Rd. We are going to make a right. Yeah, we're gonna make a right onto the road. We're gonna take this down, and we are going to be connecting to South Ridge Trail. So we're gonna take Telegraph all the way down. We're gonna head up South Ridge, which is this entry gate right over here. I don't know how we're supposed to get up there. I guess we'll try going under. So I'm just gonna go under this, I guess. A little bit of limbo. All right, sorry about that. So we are on South Ridge Trail. From what I've seen from other videos and trail guides, if I'm not mistaken, this trail is particularly climb heavy. So we're gonna be doing a good amount of climbing on this trail. Turn the bell off again. Good amount of climbing on this trail. Just keep a steady pace. Don't overdo it. Ride those lower gears. Yeah, really rutted if you're coming on the downhill on this trail, but we're heading up. This is gonna take us to a place called San Juan Peak. I believe San Juan something. And just a few minutes after San Juan is another trail that's very popular called Bovinian. So we're gonna take this to Bovinian. And apparently Bovinian's one of the most popular and fun trails in this park. So I'm looking forward to riding that for the first time. So I'm gonna keep climbing. I guess I'll pop back in if anything crazy or important that you should know comes up, but for now, looks like it's just a climb fest. So as you come up on this fork, you're gonna stay to your left to remain on South Ridge. To the right is Telegraph Canyon. That will take you to the end of Bovinian Delight, not the actual beginning that starts on South Ridge. So stay to your left. Don't make the same mistake I just made. I just traveled all the way up Telegraph and had to make a U-turn to come back down. So stay to your left and we'll catch up there. The climbing never ends. The climbing never ends on South Ridge. I think I've had one small downhill on this entire ride up. But yeah, South Ridge is a beast of a climb. All right, we're gonna come up on another fork, as you can see here. We're gonna want to continue slight left up to San Juan Hill. We're almost there. One more, follow the signs. Keep right for San Juan Hill. We're getting there. All right, looks like this is the final climb. I see a group of mountain bikers up top taking pictures. Pretty sure that means they've made it to the top of San Juan Peak. So good news, almost there. And I might see if I can follow them down if they're gonna do that Bovinian Trail. We'll see.
You wanna go in?
I'll follow you guys.
Okay. We don't go that fast, okay?
You want me to go in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, found a cool group of dudes that are gonna let me follow them to the next trailhead. Works for me. A lot of this is still sort of new for me. So after you reach the top of San Juan Peak, you got a fun little downhill here, a little rocky, but mostly groomed, single track. Woo! All right. All right, looks like Bovinian Delight is off to the right. There's a post here, a sign, hard to miss. We're gonna take that right and head down. Woo. All right, so we are now at Four Corners. You can take a number of different trails this way. We're gonna take Raptor Ridge to continue our little loop. I'm gonna continue following this group. They seem to be taking the same route that I am. All right, so Raptor Ridge is a combination of single track, flowy single track, some climbing, a little rock garden we had to climb up as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reinforce my statement. Not a beginner trail. All right, I'm gonna provide some voiceover here. I forgot to add an important connection on the Raptor Ridge trail. As you head up Raptor Ridge, you're gonna come to a fork and you're gonna be able to split left onto Faultline or continue onto Raptor Ridge. Both places are gonna take you to the same campground, but I'm gonna take Faultline in this video. I'll pick up in the next clip on Faultline and you'll see that from there, I'm going to connect to Upper Aliso Road or the Upper Aliso Trail. So I'll pick up there, but keep an eye out for that fork while you're on Raptor Ridge. So we've made it to this intersection. We're going to continue up Aliso Canyon. We were just on Faultline. Perfect, perfect. All right. So I forgot to mention it, but we connected from Raptor Ridge to Faultline. That was that sharp, not sharp left, but that slight left that we made at that intersection. I think I got it on video. If I didn't, just keep in mind, you're going to go from Raptor's Ridge, connect to Faultline. That's going to take us to Aliso, the Aliso Trail, which will take us back to the campground and back to the parking lot. I like this trail. Scenic. Uh-huh. All right, so we have made it to the campground. I think it's called Rolling something campground. Yeah, so we just came off of Aliso Canyon Trail. I don't know if it was upper or lower, but I'll put it in the text. But yeah, now we're back at the campground. Essentially, we're gonna take this back down to Telegraph Road, which will connect us back to Bane Road, and that'll take us back to our car. So I'll continue to show you where we're making those turns, but that was a fun ride. Really cool ride. Good amount of effort in order to hit those last single tracks that we were on, but good time. All right, we're gonna make a left at the stop sign. And now I think we're back on Telegraph Road. But we're gonna keep it going.
There's a log. It's hard to get across.
Thanks for letting me tag along, guys.
Good riding with you, man.
Of course. Have a good ride. Stay safe. Take it easy. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna continue on to Telegraph. Looks like those guys are gonna go hit another trail. Good morning. But yeah, continue on Telegraph. This is gonna wind up back to that gravel parking lot that we were at after Bane Ridge. This will connect to Bane Road. Actually, I think Telegraph turns into Bane Road, and then we'll take that all the way back to our car. All right, so as I mentioned, we're gonna stay on Telegraph. You'll see the Telegraph lookout. I might actually stop here, enjoy a little breakfast bar, water up, and then continue on. But man, look how beautiful. All right, my GoPro died, but there's the Telegraph lookout. We're gonna take this road, it turns into Bane Road, all the way back to the car. So, good morning. So if you just follow this road all the way up, see where those bikers are going down there. This is Bane Road. It'll take you back to where you parked. Just stay on this road all the way up. I think midway through you can take a little trail off to the left that'll still take you up the road. But yeah. All right, we are now passing where we started. You'll see Bane Ridge to the left. That's where we started this whole journey. I'm just gonna continue this back down, and yeah, it'll take us back to our car. So lots of trails to explore here. Like I said earlier, 91 miles worth. These are just some of the main ones that I was able to piece together to create somewhat of a loop. Hope this was helpful. And yeah, if you're out here, have a good time, stay safe, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.